Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's demo we are going to be playing Car Service and I don't know, it seemed like it might be something that would be interesting to kill a few minutes with. No idea how interesting it's going to be, but the promo for it looked kind of cool, so let's hop into the game and see what we can get done if the game will actually load. Oh, there it goes. Had a little bit of a delay there. So, this game is a work in progress. Yes, we understand this. So, coming soon to early access. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff coming. I'm not really interested in what's coming. I want to know what's here now. Ooh, some graphical problems. I have a pretty decent machine. Like, it's not crazy, but it's pretty decent. Shouldn't be having to do that. Go to the pointed location and build your first lift. Okay. So we spend... Okay, you hold it down. Okay, interesting. So now we have a lift. We can work on cars. We can go to the customer. All right, we got some... This has some... Like, they... I know it's a demo and everything. All right, look. I'm going to say right now that being a demo does not... Being a demo or early access or any of these things does not relieve you of the duty to make sure that your game runs well without any kind of problems. Because if you want people to like your game, you can't have it so that when I look around, my game freezes for a second and then we move on. You need to do some kind of stuff to fix that before you start messing around with the, you know, the stability of your game is the most important thing. Features and fun and all of those other things come after that, and you got to make sure that that stuff works. It's really frustrating to be trying to look around and then you're like, and then it goes. You can't do that. Okay, so howdy. This morning I turned the key. There wasn't even a click. It took me a while to even get it here. Can you take a look? Okay, I guess we'll hit the accept key. Open the vehicle door. Okay. Okay, I guess it automatically moves it. Open the tablet and check the to-do list. These tabs show accepted vehicles. Okay. What? Spacebar, okay. Vehicle body issues map. The body map highlights areas such as rust, damage, I think that's supposed to be damage, issue, and paint requests. These zones will be shown dynamically in the color on the map for visual clarity. Okay. Customer request text. Warnings that require attention. Delivery day. And no extra fixes. Customer just wants... Okay, so before... Okay, this was clearly written... This game was clearly made by somebody whose first language is not English. Deliver before day 2. Okay, so developer, if you happen to come across this video somehow, you need to get somebody who speaks English as a first language to go back through and fix your grammar, because this is not correct. No extra fix, because like, I know you can figure that out, but I shouldn't have to think about what the text is saying. It should just say delivery before day 2 or deliver before, just switch the words around. You clearly don't speak English as a first language. Customer statistics, I don't really care about any of that. To-do list. Each task row displays descriptive text and a percentage completion bar. At the bottom, a progress bar shows overall completion status. Service quality is represented with a 5-star rating, reflecting the overall quality of your performance. Okay. So what do I do now? So, wasn't even a click. Took me a while to get it here. Deliver before day 2. We don't have anything here. All right, so those are the other bays that we have available. So... Okay, what am I supposed to do now? All right, so lift the hood. Remove the battery. Okay. Go to the computer. Open the auto parts page. And then we need a battery, right? Wait, what did it... And order from the battery section. Well, I'm going to order the cheaper battery, right? And then how do I actually purchase it? Go to the cart. Okay, buy. So we're waiting on delivery. um, okay, I can see how having delivery times makes sense, especially once you start getting a bunch of cars in here. While you're waiting on delivery for parts, you could be working on something else. I think here at the beginning, where is it delivered to? Open the inventory. Oh, we already had a battery. Oh, wait, this is the old one. Oh, okay, so this is just teaching us, okay, to delete. We can delete the old crappy battery. Okay, so I don't know where you're from, but in the United States, we have what's called a core charge, and you get money back for giving your old battery in. So maybe make it so that you can trade old batteries in for a small fee or whatever, so we can get some money back out of that, because that is something that you would do here in the United States. I'm sure that's the same everywhere, but... Okay, batteries in the vehicle. Requested labor price. All right, hold on. Section shows the prices of used parts and labors. This section shows that you got to get somebody to come through and fix this. The prices of used parts and labor costs. It also shows incorrect operations and extra installed parts and labor. At the bottom, the total amount. Okay, yeah, I get that. So this is where we are. This is how much they owe us. Service quality. So let's close the hood. Drive the vehicle to... Okay, so you're not actually going to drive it. It just automatically moves it. Let's close the door. Call the customer. Boom. Oh, we can just hold the space bar.
Hey, your car is ready for pickup.
Okay. Open the car accept area. So we can take 2 cars at a time now. So tutorial is completed. It's just okay. You got to work on the. You can't just use a translation tool. They're still not good enough where you're going to get perfect English that doesn't confuse people. And so it's really important that you do that. It's really, really important that you do that. So let's talk to this guy. So he has an oil change. He needs an oil change. So we can take care of that. Let's go ahead and accept that. Can I just... All right, I can just move the car. And they need a high-pitched squeal, especially in traffic. Something about brakes. Okay, so we'll accept that car too, and we'll just go ahead and... Oh, well, we don't have an empty lift. Do I have enough money to buy another lift? I do. So let's go ahead and do that, because that will allow us to do multiple vehicles at a time. So let's do that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have enough money to do both of those. So, for this one, they want an oil change. So, I'm not really sure how to do that. Do I... You have to get to the bottom of it, so I don't know. How do you lift this up? I think that's... Okay, here we go. Let's see. Up, lift... Okay, and then, yeah, we do the oil change. And then while we wait on that, we can do whatever this next one is. They want some brakes, so let's lift this up. Oh, crap. Okay. How do you... Okay. All right, this is a little slow. I don't even know which brake it is. Caliper. So what, we have to go through and... Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me escape this one. So I have to take all the wheels off to get to that. All right, well, let's go finish this oil change then. How do I put the... does it automatically put the drain cap back on? Okay. Where's the oil filter? There's got to be a filter. So let's put the machine back. Am I able to remove the filter? Huh. Yeah, I think a little bit more. I think going through the tutorial a little bit for each of the basic things that you would have to do would be nice. Because I've done my share of oil changes, so I know we need to change the oil filter, but you're not offering me the option to do that. Maybe I need a tool, but I haven't had to have a tool yet, so I don't really know what it is that I need to do here. So all I can do at this point is just lower the car. And then, I mean, I guess, what? We don't have any oil on us already, right? Consumables. Rust remover, wheels. Well, we have his wheel in the thing here. Okay. Are we able to get oil? Or is that just something... All right, is there an oil dispenser somewhere that I'm supposed to use? Because I know most shops have like an oil dispenser unit machine thingy kind of deal. It's empty of oil, but it's not offering me a way to... All right, power steering fluid. Yeah, coolant. The oil cap. You can... Yeah, no suitable parts found. So where do I get oil from? Here we go. So I guess this one. Does it tell me how much oil that this thing needs? Oil change, brand, wheel, it doesn't. I'm assuming one is enough. So we'll just get one and hope that's enough. Okay. Cart. Buy. Okay. Finish that oil change. You gotta wait 17 seconds for that. So the brakes on one of these. So am I able to lift this up all the way and just look at the brakes from under the car? Ah, okay. That's much more. We got a couple. The front brakes look like they're all bad. The back brakes look like they're pretty good. So let's put this wheel back on then. So now that I know, it makes more sense to... I didn't realize you could actually access the parts, and that's why I did it that way, so sorry. Let's see. Take the bolts off. Okay. And then we remove the crappy brakes. Hold on. I have to take the spacer off too? Really? Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, you can look around the thing here and take the caliper off. Excellent. And the brake pads off. Okay. Not too shabby. All right, I can live with that. Let's get this wheel off. So you hit the control button to switch modes. You hit the control button to switch modes. I'd like a button that just allows me to just spray it without having to test it first. That's kind of annoying. All right, so we don't need the space. Well, okay, we do need the spacer because for whatever reason the spacer has to come off first. Then we take off the bolts here. So we need 2 brake calipers and 2 brake pads. So we'll order that while we wait for, or while we do finish up this oil change here. We're taking forever to get this done because I'm learning the process, but It's fine. Let's see. We need brake pads. I'm just going to get the basic brake pads. We need 2 of that, and we need 2 of the basic calipers. I'm going to order that and buy. Do I not have enough money? It says I have $349. Store is currently... Okay. That's moderately annoying, but whatever. All right, well, that finishes that. So now we should have, let's see, oil change. The oil change is done. Can't call the customer because it's nighttime. And I can't order parts because it's nighttime as well. So it says use the daily report to skip a day. And we're now on day 2. Cool. So now we're going to order those parts that we were trying to get. I think the time needs to be slowed down a fair bit on these. So now we can call the customer for the oil change. Why is it not? Oh, because I had to put the car outside. Duh. Oh. Hold on. Why did it do that? Car goes outside and we... There we go.
Hey, your car is ready for pickup.
All right, what do you got, sir?
Lately, I've been
Strange
feeling
resistance
strange
whenever I press on the
whenever
brake.
I-
Okay, so another brake job. We'll move that to one of the bays. Ideally, we have parts now for the brakes here, so let's do that. And we'll put, well, can I just delete it from here? No, I gotta do it from there. Okay. Wait, no, I don't want the caliper on there yet. Crap. How do I, what does it say? Remove. Hold the button. Well, no. I want to remove the caliper because I got to put the brake pads in. Oh my god. Remove original. Yeah, I get it, but I'm trying to remove it and you won't let me remove it. This is not intuitive. Did I put the brake pad on there? Man, I must have spaced out or something, because... Where's my... I have good calipers. What the hell? I ordered 2 good calipers. Why are they not showing up as options? Okay, hold on. Let me delete... Let's see if we can get it now. Oh. Okay, so... Oh. I think I just screwed myself. How do I know what... Okay. What size brake pad was that? Okay. That's a problem. That is a problem. How do I know what size brake pads it has? It's got years. Okay. See, this is the part where it's like I don't have the information I need. Yeah, we were just supposed to replace the brake pads, but the calipers were all shot too, so I guess that wasn't technically part of the job. It's just annoying because I don't know what well, I mean, I guess... Oh, wait, no. I haven't replaced the other side yet. Oh, but I deleted the other one. Damn it. Okay. Let me lift this up. We'll look at the other brakes on the back and see if maybe I can figure out what the deal is here, because... There's a disc. No, I just want to see what it is. It doesn't give me any information. It doesn't give me any information. It just tells me it's a caliper. And yeah, I know, I had it out and I was looking at the other... So all I can do is just order another size. And hope that that's correct. I wasn't paying attention to what the size was. Okay. So this one was another brake job. Caliper, well, am I able to see the brake pad? I don't know. It's gonna be another front wheel. Caliper 3%. 86%. Alright, so I'm hoping it's just the one there then. I don't know. I want to like this game, but it's missing some key things. Hopefully they address it in the demo. Obviously the explanations of how things go, and then just the information that you need is a little bit more than what they provide. It was just a caliper then. Huh. So we can put the brake pad. Okay, so this one had 16-inch brake pads. So we just need a new caliper. And I have the caliper I need for that. So let's put that back on. And then we put these back in. Oh, we gotta hold it down. Put this back in and hold it down. Put the spacer back on. I don't even remember. Oh, that's the original part. Put the wheel back on. That's the original part. I would like to get faster at this, but they're not going to let me. All right. So now we put the car back down. Check the status of the vehicle. Find and replace damaged brake pad. Oh. It's because I don't read. It's because I don't read. Okay. So there was a brake pad that was meant. It's part sabotaging myself, and it's also just part, you know. Let's see here. Can I find the brake pad? The problem is that to get to to look at in real life, you don't have to pull parts off to look at the brake pad. You can just get a good angle, look inside where the brake pad is, and look at it. But they don't provide you with a way to look. Oh, there it goes, brake pad. Okay. They're not really providing a good way for you to figure that out. So we're spending a lot of time screwing around trying to figure out where things are. All right, that's brake pad there. The brake pad on there is... The brake pads on these are all pretty good, yeah? 96%. 80... Like, they're all green. So why is it not... I don't... Oh, add brake fluid. Okay. That wasn't on the list a second ago, was it? And the problem is that I'm pretty sure I don't have brake fluid, so now I'm going to have to order brake fluid. Like, It's usually in the back here somewhere. We're gonna have to go into the morning. All right, yeah, I'm not particularly happy with the way that this works. It's not intuitive enough. I don't want to have to fight with the interface. I want to work on the car, and I feel like I'm having to fight the interface way more than I'm able to work on the car. So, all right, so do I have... Were we able to order those parts? 16-inch brake pads, 16-inch caliper. I'd like to get this redone. Oh my god, I wish you could just click it. I don't mind having to wait for it to finish, but just... Alright. I need another 16-inch brake pad. I can see how you would get much better at this, but... Brake pad, and I think I need another 16-inch caliper. Alright, what were we doing with this? We needed brake fluid. I can see how you could get very efficient with this, and that's great, but I feel like I'm fighting with things too much. And that's an interface problem. I feel like time also... Yeah, look how fast time is going. Can we turn that down? Gameplay settings. No, there's no... Yeah. This game needs a lot of work. This game needs a lot of work. This game needs a lot of work. Here we go with the graphical problems again. So let's get that put away. Let's check our... Alright, so now we're done there. Let's get that put away. Let's call... Well, I'd like to call the customer, but you're not allowing me to because it has some kind of... Look how fast the time is going. The time needs to be slowed way down. I should be able to get a couple of cars in per day, even at the slow rate that I'm moving. Like, this is ridiculous how fast you have to be for this. Alright, we should have parts that we need to finish this now, so let's put the new brakes on, the new caliper on, put the original bolts back in. The original wheel. Lug nuts back in. We can finally finish this car. And then we can lower it, put it outside. Or, I don't know, ideally we're done with it. Wrong process price, yep. Sorry about that. There is no... Why is he not... Oh, because I wasn't able to call the customer, because there's an arbitrary... You have to wait for customers to move out of the way.
Car is ready for pickup.
So I'm guessing we need to pay for another one of these, right? I'd love to be able to do more cars, but we don't have the time. All right, so we can call the customer for that and get some money back.
Hey, your car is ready for pickup.
All right, well, you know, I can kind of see where this is going. I imagine at some point there are still cars left to repair. Take a break and share your valuable feedback with us. I don't know, man. I feel like it's neutral. There are parts of it that are pretty cool. There are parts of it that are... I don't know what montage tasks means. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. I don't know what that means. I'm very neutral on this game. I can think... The descriptions need to be much better. Yeah, the dialogues are fine, but the issue that I'm having here, and I'm going to finish this video now. The issue that I'm having here is that while yes, the processes themselves seem to be pretty streamlined, and I can see how you could expand into a full garage doing a bunch of work, and I have to imagine that there's going to be employees and stuff like that at some point. There's not enough. I need more information because, like, I don't want to have to look at the original part. I want to be able to look it up in the computer here based off of the car. That's something I could train myself out of. Just look at the original part, get a part that's the same as that part. But if you're not a mechanic and you're not used to doing that stuff, that's stuff you learn the hard way. So I think a little bit more of a fleshed out tutorial to show you how to do some of the more basic stuff, because it took me a while to figure out how to look at parts, rotate around the part, that kind of stuff. And then the time, the day just needs to be slowed way down, or there needs to be an option, a slider for it, or a toggle for it that allows you to speed up and slow down and speed up and slow down. Because, like, I would like to be able to get at least, 2 cars done in a day. That seems pretty reasonable to me. But with as hard as it is to interface with all of this stuff, it's just not there. And, we're already running out of daylight here. I mean, I'm not going to continue. We're done with this demo, but I think this could be a really fun game if you fix the grammar, if you add some more tutorials in to make it so that it's easy, so that we can learn the processes of how to interact with the engine parts, how to look around the car to identify parts, make parts easier to see and spot. I'm not sure how you would do that, but it would be better if you could do it that way. And then, I don't know. The time definitely needs to be slowed down. There's not nearly enough time to get all this stuff in. So, I don't know. That's all I had to say. Hit the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers, join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. Also, I have PayPal and Patreon links for those of you who prefer to go that route. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.